Check. Check. Okay. Hang on, I'm just trying to make sure that I've got everything all squared away, but it looks like you can hear me, so that's positive. Let me just get my chat open on a window that I can actually see from the floor, because we're gonna do a little something different today. Today, instead of doing the usual stream thing that I do, where I either play a video game or I try to make music, I'm going to build a guitar pedal board. So, yeah. Let me just go to my stream so I can actually watch what's happening. All right. Cool, cool, cool. All right, I'm going to take these headphones off for now because I am not going to need them. I will just be a little closer in on the mic. So, hello. Welcome to me on the floor. This is new for both of us. Yeah, so the plan for today is I had kind of set up this guitar pedal board a little bit ago to kind of get it ready for shows, kind of do all of that. And all the shows that we were going to do have been canceled. And so I'm choosing to look on the bright side and use this time to actually, sort of revamp my setup and make it better in some sort of a way. So I'm going to tear down my pedal board and try to make it into something that I can use with the bands I already play with, but also something that I can use with just my ambient stuff. Because right now it's kind of set up just for the bands that I play with and not so much for the other stuff. So not without further ado, there will be much ado. I'm the king of ado. That's all that happens. I actually bring my iPad down with me so I can, if I need to Google anything or send any messages or anything like that, that's going to be down there. I'm gonna get all pedals and power supplies and everything like that I think I'm gonna need. That's on my desk. There's some stuff that's not on my desk, but let's get some cables. Let's get let's get a bunch of these. Let's turn that camera to the correct camera so that you can actually see where I'm working and kind of what I'm doing. Let's do this. Let's bring these pedals down. All right. Okay. I don't know if you could hear any of what I was saying when I was stood up, but that's okay. We live and we learn. I'm going to move this out of the way so it doesn't look disgusting on the stream. All right. So the earliest problem that I always have with any pedal board build is power. So I might have to do 2 power bricks on this, which is not ideal because the second problem that I have with any pedal board build is space. So I don't know. We're gonna try to work through it though. So right now I'm just gonna start from scratch because frankly it's just easier to work around things from a blank slate for me. I know some people like to tinker, but I am that type of person where it's like once it needs to change, it's all gotta go. It's just got to move. As you can see, there's a bunch of dust because we had people over here recently working on our heating and they had to drill a hole in the floor for a new air duct. And so there's dust all over everything. Step 1 of a smart person building a pedal board would be to unplug the power. So let's do that. Let's just get my death off the table for today. At least via pedal board. I don't want to, I think that would be a really crummy way to go out. Ignore this pile of cookies that I'm eating. That's just what I'm doing right now. They're so good. All right. So let's keep disassembling this, and I'm gonna get my makeup brush that I use to clean all my pedals, because it is absolutely the best way to do it, and they are cheap, and they're plentiful. So you can get like 2 different sizes, like one for just getting in the cracks and the other one for big old brushing for like nothing. It's great. So let's take all of these off. And let's just take a minute to plan out kind of what I want with this board, because as I said, I want a board that I can use with bands once playing with bands is an appropriate thing to do. But I also want to, I don't want to limit myself just to that. I want something that's a little bit more experimental. I want to have, so I kind of had like a pretty streamlined board, and everything was on the board, and that was great, because that's like so my thing, is just have everything on and like not have to mess with it, for like shows and like just being able to show up somewhere and just have your board ready. But unfortunately, it did not have any room for ambience, really. I mean, it had like I do kind of ambient-y stuff, but it didn't have any loopers on it, which anybody who knows me knows I love a looper for my ambient work. It didn't have any sort of a, it only had one delay, and it had a mono reverb, which is like fine, but like I realized that I can get like a TRS in on this pedal here. It's just got like it has one in, but it's actually a TRS in, so I can do stereo in, stereo out from this pedal. And this is like my amp simulator, and I really want to just start having that opportunity for big stereo guitars, because when I do like ambient stuff, I want my guitars to be big. So yeah, basically today's goal is to try to come up with an ambient pedal board. Also, it's because Timir texted me earlier today saying, hey, I want to build an ambient pedal board. And I was like, that's great. I also want to re-ambient my pedal board. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to do it first. So I did. All right. I'm just grabbing anything that I think I could possibly use on the board right now. And we will just start. So I want both of these delays. This is excessive. I want to say that right now. I know that this is unnecessary, is to have both of these here. That being said, this pedal is great for just being a good old-fashioned tape delay, and it just works. But this pedal has a lot of depth to it. I've actually thought about selling it just because I don't use it, and I realize that I don't use it because it's not on my board. And so I want to give it that sort of second chance at life. And this has a great looper in it. It has how many different delay settings? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 different delay settings, including like lo-fi delays and dual delays and like ping pong delays and tape and pattern delays, reverse delays. So it's just, this is like so good for ambient. As you can see, I have these like feet on it because I kind of wanted to have it as like a effects send, and I kind of still want to have it as an effects send on my mixer, but right now that's just not, I'm already working through so many things in my setup, and I'm just like, I don't have that ability to really like get in deep with an effects send. I just realized you probably can't see it. I have my AirPods hanging in a mask hanging below my microphone, and I just think that's funny. But yeah, so kind of the point of this was to try to see if I can get this on the board with this to have dual delays, stereo delays, go crazy with it, you know? And so that's in the plan. So I'm just going to put these on the board. I'm not really going to set anything correctly at first because finding out how things work is a long process. And then because I'm thinking about Strymon pedals now, I'm going to grab my third Strymon pedal that I have and give it a nice little clean. This is my main gain pedal. Hey, yeah, it should be. Hopefully I'll, it won't take me too long to actually get the guitar out and start playing it. But for right now, it's just kind of getting all of these things set up. So this is my main distortion pedal for guitar. It's the Strymon Sunset Dual Overdrive. And like, I cannot tell you how good of a pedal this is. Like, I cannot overstate how good of a pedal this is. I get everything from sludgy, doomy riff rock to really precise shredder sounds to very light drives and just really clear boosts with really good EQs. Like, I really cannot overstate exactly how much I love this pedal. I mean, I've been on the search for a good drive. I know. I look like a worship guitarist. I have a lot of Strymon. I love their pedals for ambient stuff, but it does have that thing. Hey, well, I hope it is satisfying for you, because man, it's gonna be a pain for me. I know that much. But yeah, no, I know I look like a worship guitarist with all of these Strymon pedals. It's not my fault that they do really good reverbs and really good delays, and I didn't want to go with this pedal actually as a drive. I was like, I don't like digital drives. I like analog drives. I like all of that stuff. And I just tried this in a pedal shootout and it won. So that's the thing, is like, I have a lot of Strymon pedals, but I'm not like an exclusive like Strymon fanboy. They've won the pedal shootouts that I did. And so this is going to be here. This is going to be close to the beginning of the chain. And then I definitely need, if I'm doing ambient work, I need my volume pedal, which is a garbage used Dunlop Volume X. It doesn't stay all the way on the heel position, and it doesn't stay all the way on the toe. But I can't help that. I will buy a new one eventually, but that's got to go on the board. And I also need, if I'm going to use swells, I'm going to do compressors, because I need a compressor. And so this is my compressor. So that's going on the board. Now this had been on the board, and I love this pedal. I love the weird warbly, chorusy vibrato noises, but I honestly if there's anything I'm going to use as a send effect, it should be this, because I use it like to make a couple things pop, but like I don't know, it just doesn't quite have that. It really is like a very like rarely used pedal. And I realize that's more just down to my playing style more than it is about the pedal. So we're going to hold off on that for now. But, oh yeah, no, the Big Sky is incredible. The singer for the band that I play guitar in, Broke Royals, he actually just got a Big Sky. And it's just great. And so like I understand that, like, I understand the association with having a bunch of Strymon on the board, but I can't help it that they made a damn good pedal. All right, I'm gonna connect these because this is probably where these are going to live, is up here at the top. I like to have the delays right at my feet to be able to tap on them, but I don't think that's gonna happen here. You know what? I'm going to connect these, but then we'll actually see. We'll see if I move them, but they need to move as a group regardless. So I'm just going to connect those two right now. All right. So I've got my compressor, I've got this, and I've got this and this. And honestly, This is, I mean, it's very expensive. Keep in mind, I bought this over years. I did not just show up with all these pedals. But this is already just a fantastic, super reverby ambient guitar setup. So that's great. I'm wondering if I should put the tuner on the floor or if I should keep it on the board. On the one end, having it on the floor means more room for more pedals, but I then sometimes forget it when I go to shows, and that's a bad show. So I've been using this. So we'll think about that. I've been using this. This is just a DIY delay pedal from a friend. So I don't even know if they made it or if someone else made it. But I just use it for feedback delays, like super like nasty analog delays, and I like it. But again, it's one of those things where it's like I could set one of these many different delays to do that, and it would probably be fine. So I think I'm going to hold off on putting that on the board right now. Right now, we'll see. And instead, I'll probably put on the count to 5. It's been a while since this guy's shown up on the board. There's definitely some problems with the switching, so I'm a little nervous about putting it on the board. I need to contact the guy and try to get it serviced, but it is all the way in Canada where he does his servicing, and he's all the way in Montreal, and that's a lot of shipping, but you know, I definitely need to get it taken care of because I love this pedal, and it does amazing small loops and ambient noise and noise in general, and it's really good. So let's see. Well, dang, I think that's... I need my reverb. Okay. I'm wondering, do I want to go with a stereo reverb on the front end on the pedal board that isn't my favorite reverb and takes up a whole lot of space, or a mono reverb and put it before the delays? I don't usually like reverb into delay, but I also don't have a good stereo reverb, unfortunately. Now this is where I'm going to kick myself for a while because I don't know. I like this reverb. There's a lot of really cool settings. But the fact that it is mono is kind of throwing off the whole idea for this board. But I also don't want to throw this monster that's kind of buggy and kind of noisy onto it. I'm going to stick with the Fathom for now. I'll put it in front, and I'll just generally keep it to a low mix. And then I'll keep it like a low mix kind of short reverb with one of these like modulation settings, and then I'll also just, whenever I'm like playing at like a show or something, just ask for, this will be an effects reverb, and then whenever I'm playing a show, I'll just ask the sound guy for a real reverb. Literally, Tamir, I was considering calling you and asking if you had any stereo reverbs that I could borrow. Like, I would give you the Fathom to hang on to while I got a stereo reverb. So let me know. Yeah, I'll put this first then. I'll put this into the pedals, into the reverbs, or the delays rather, and then just put more reverb on the end and just make a little reverb sandwich. As I was talking to Tamir earlier, what I would love to do is get like a stereo compressor and put it at the very end of my chain and just be able to smash things, but I'll probably just use the mixer for that. So, all right, well, all of that, plus a tuner pedal, plus my amp modeler, I mean, it fits on the board, which is not what I was expecting. honestly. That's the first big shock here, is that it actually fits on the board. Okay, but now how do I set it up so that things are at my feet? So, oh, this is gonna be such a pain. All right, so I need to find some way to get a stereo signal out of here and into here. And I have a bunch of stereo ring tip cables. And then I could just use an adapter here. It's not a great solution, but it is a solution. Hey, I got a looper. This thing has a looper, and it's not multiple layers of loopers, but I mean, I could try to find a way to squeeze this on the board as well. That would be so much looper, though. Is the thing is, like, keep in mind, like, I'm trying to build this, like, if I was building just an ambient pedal board, I'd have both of these loopers and this looper on the board, and I would be sampling loops and resampling loops. I would also have a line out running to my tape machine and using that as like a preamp. So like I'd be doing a lot, but I also have to keep in mind, so this is a compromise board, just less of a compromise board than my original board setup that I had. So I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm gonna see. This might be super noisy, and it's definitely not gonna like. Ugh. I need to get like a TS or a TS to TRS cable. So for now, this might honestly live on the floor. And then I'll just kind of see. Like, you know, and then I'll eventually get better cabling to make it fit onto the board because I have time before I'm playing shows. So, like, I don't care. So let's do red is right, black is left. Okay, cool. So we'll get to that later. So, I mean, trust me, though. Like, I'm a looper freak. If you've watched my introduction to ambient video, I don't shut up about loopers. I love those things, but this just isn't this isn't that situation. So this is where I wish that I could solder cables, because I don't know how, but I definitely need like a slightly longer cable. So actually, let me space these things out a little bit better. So basically, my signal needs to go into the compressor, into this pedal. This pedal has a tuner out, so the tuner usually lives up there, and it's usually just always on. So into compressor, everything goes through my compressor first. It just glues everything together. I really like that. Into this. Then it's going to go into this, and then it needs to make its way to the drive first, then to the count to 5, and then to the fathom through the end of chain. And this is always where it's difficult, because trying to get a clean cable run over as far as this is, well, wait. I might be speaking too soon. Oh, that's painful. But that's nice. I hope that's the output that I plugged into. I love this pedal. I need to just personally mark ins and outs on it because I forget. Okay, well that went better than I anticipated. Okay, I'm gonna use a shorter cable, like one of these flat cables, and that's gonna go there, just so that I can get a little bit of. Okay, well, geez. And yeah, if I get like a better set of cables here, oh god, we need like I need to get like, I just need to learn, I need to get a goddamn soldering iron, and I need to learn how to solder cables, you know? I just need to learn because like it can't be that hard, and it will make my life so much easier if I get some like super low profile caps and I just learn to make my own cables. Ugh. We'll get there. We'll get there. But honestly, I mean it's not great looking. I mean it's ugly as sin, but like it's not my worst cable. Is this cable more flexible? Yeah, I'm going to use this cable instead. Just because it is a little more flexible and it's going to look a little bit less ugly going from point A to point B. Also, that's how you should actually do your cable runs, is plug them in like that and then, you know, put them in and not stretch them over and just ruin your sockets. I bet that's why that pedal's making noise, is probably because of something dumb I did like 5 years ago or whatever. So that's going to go in there. Take that output there. Ugh, I just hate, and that's the thing, is like I hate this because when you put like a case on it, it like messes up your settings and it's just weird, but then like it has to move around. I have another one of these small ones. I hope that these all work. That's my question. That's the $1 million question right there, is are all of my cables going to work? I want to say that I got rid of all my cables that weren't working, but I have been wrong so many times in my life that I am too afraid to say anything with confidence. But I got the difficult half of the board sorted. This is not ideal ergonomics, for sure. But I can reach over that and press these. This one is fine. This one is probably going to be always on, so it's fine. This one is going to be a bit of a pain. I'm wondering if I should move this down. Oh, that's going to look so ugly. Oh, that's going to look so ugly, but it's probably a better decision for now. Put that down there just so I can get, especially since it has the looper, putting it right at my feet and not having to step over anything is probably a better idea. Anything that I am going to be tweaking with needs to be at my feet, so I'm just going to have to commit to this ugly as sin cabling job that I'm about to do right now. Good God, that's going to look so bad. Oh no. Do I have smaller cables that'll reach? Jesus Christ, that's so bad. Oh, it might work. Oh, but it's gonna be tight. Oh, it's gonna be tight. Oh, let's go right in. Come on, come on, come on. These are too small. Yeah. Dang it. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Is this one gonna do it? No. No. Why? Why? Hey, if anybody here is a cable manufacturer, why so long with that part? You know? Why? Do them closer. I know they will break more easily. I do not care. I will buy them for every single day for the rest of my life. If they break every week, I will still buy more because this is too much and I have no flexibility and it's ruining my life. I'm speaking to anybody who is, if you're a man on the inside, get me your boss's number. I'm speaking to I demand. I'm not asking. I demand to speak with the manager. Ugh. I guess I can just wire these underneath the board. I have the day off tomorrow, so I'm like happy. So for the record, I'm not always this much of, I mean, you know, in person, I'll let, you know, if Tymer's still in the chat, I'll let him answer if I'm that insane. But, you know, I'll just wire them over top for now. It's going to look ugly. It's going to look terrible. I'm going to cry. a lot. But I'm going to learn how to solder cables, so it's fine. It's fine. Now let's take these two. Red is right. I just have to say it out loud because I forget which one to. That's so bad. That looks so ugly. It's gonna sound probably fine, but that's ugly as sin, and I hate it. I hate that. Okay, whatever. We haven't even gotten to the power cabling. That's where I'm gonna literally like start crying on camera. So I hope everybody's ready for that. I hope everybody is getting your screen capture devices ready to watch me just fall to pieces over power cables. It's going in. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Oh god, now that cable needs to make it all the way down there. Are we gonna be okay? Are we gonna be okay? This does not look okay. Maybe if this moves down a little bit, and this moves down just a little bit. Come on. Okay, connect, it's fine. It's fine. Are there any of these cables? This cable's longer. This cable is longer. This cable is slightly longer. It's fine. We're okay. It's ugly, but it's longer. Yes. Okay. Dang it. This cable went out. Okay. Go back down. Go back down. I don't like you. We're just gonna. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. This is so bad. I hope. I want to see if I'm losing subscribers over this. Just like, I'm not dealing with this right now. I'm not. This cabling is so bad. Okay, give me a second. Let me just. Just give me a second. So, no, stop that. Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Okay, come on. Get back on my screen. Thank you. Oh my fucking god. I love my iPad, but I'm like an old man when I use it. Okay, cable, audio cable DIY. Yeah, I just need to buy one of these. I just need to buy like an actual cable. How much is this stuff? All right, so it's telling me that there's a lot of different, okay, instrument cables. Okay, what? That's what I need to look up. Instrument cable by the foot. All right. This is 30 cents a foot? Okay. I mean, I knew it was cheaper to make your own cables, but like, okay, that's not bad. Anyways, I'm not going to let myself get distracted like that today. I'm just going to continue to ruin my life through this. And inputs there. Okay. Well, other than the look, it's going to sound great. Maybe, if I've done any of this correctly. So let's start running power. First things first, gonna need to have a spare power cable. And I hope I'm not making a ground loop with doing it. But this one is going to need to run to this for now. Eventually I will get a better, basically this stream is called Eventually I Will Get a Better. And it's the story of how eventually I will get a better version of whatever I'm talking about. Some of these pedals are going to fall because they don't have Velcro. That's fine. Velcro is for fucking dorks. Who uses Velcro? All the pros just pray. I'm going to wrap this here so it is a little less out there. And this is the cable for the Iridium. Because again, they have very specific power draw requirements. Okay, so those two plugged in, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pedals that need power. I have 5 things plugged in. Let me plug in a 6th. All right. These two are L6, so that's going to go to El Capistan and the Sunset because they will need the highest milliamp power draw. So let's go. All right. Oh, this is going to suck. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, this is so... You know when they're like, hey, don't cross, make sure your cables are not running along side by side to reduce noise interference? Hear me out. How? I'm not God. I didn't design this. This wasn't my choice. They're gonna run side by side. I'm gonna listen to the radio. That's how we're gonna do this. Okay. That goes there. And this one is gonna go up the back into El Capistan. Okay. That looks even more ugly in person. I assure you, no matter how bad you think this board looks, it looks worse in person, but I think it's going to sound pretty nice. So, let's just keep going. And then it doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to use this one because it's a short cable and it's close. I'm going to use this one in here. And I'll use this one will go up here. I'll just kind of go in order across so that the longer cables can reach all the way over there. Okay. Tamir, we could make a killing. You and me doing a custom pedal board cabling here in Virginia. I'm just saying. Could run it off of some run it out of some weird space that exists, I'm sure, for daytime art classes and then nighttime guitar pedal cabling. It'd be fun. You and me, we're gonna change the world, buddy. One cable at a time. All right. So I think that the cabling's done, actually, which is suspiciously quick. Let's plug it in. Let's see if anything's not turning on. Okay, we're there. It's just... Okay, cool. Sick. Okay, yeah, it's on the looper function. Okay. Not bad. Okay. I mean, it looks horrible. It looks like it was designed by a child designing his first pedal board. Not by someone who has been doing this for years at this point. God, how many years have I been building pedal boards? Since I was 18, 19 is when I actually started taking guitar pedals seriously. I'm 25 now. That's sad. That's unfortunate. That's depressing. I'm an old man. This is probably going to sound terrible because I just realized This doesn't have a... This isn't balanced, I don't think. But, you know, what can you do? Let's see if it works. That's what's important. Oh, this can be plugged in here. That's running? Okay. Cool. We're doing this. Where's my power? For my mixer. I'm mostly not getting any electronic interference from most things anymore, but now I'm realizing that there's electronic interference turning No, it sucks. I feel like an old man. I swear. I'm like turning 25 is like, okay, I'm like I know like every adult in my life is like, you're a child, and I'm like, really? Because it feels like I'm a dinosaur now. Every like parent figure or whatever is like, you're young. Or I was speaking to my aunt on the phone the other day, and she was like, oh, you're just a little kid. And I was like, no, I mean, like, in the eyes of the government, very much no, but like even from like my own it's gonna sound fine. Shut up. Okay, so this is where I see if I'm getting... Okay. No immediate signal noise when I turned up the mixer inputs. So that's pretty neat, I think. As an artiste, very good. Turning up that, also no signal. Oh, well, I might have spoken too soon. Hang on. I just realized that I turned up the preamps and they were suspiciously quiet. And the reason that is because they weren't on. Okay. I mean, it's a little line noise, but like, that's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it just needs like the pad on. Because that's probably how that's going to go. So let's... Oh, God. Let's plug in. Let's see if we even get a signal coming out of this instrument, first and foremost. There's that cable. All right. Let's see if I get a clean signal at all. Let's turn up the mixer. Oh, that's a good noise. Y'all hear that? I bet it's coming from this. Yep, there she is. Well, actually, it might not have been that, but I'm going to switch out this cable real fast to actually have this run and hopefully not... God dang it. What is that plugged into? Oh, nothing. Oh, well, something, but not anything that I needed right now. Let's see. Let's see if we get... And it's back. And it's back. Great. Ooh, that's also a noise. So here's what we do. It's not that one. It's not that one. Ooh. Might be that one. Let's see. Does my guitar signal... So my guitar, the thing is that's an active one, so we're not sure. It's not that one. That's for sure. It's... Might be that one. Or it might be these unbalanced cables. In fact, it's probably the unbalanced cables picking up noise somewhere in the signal. Let me just see what happens if I just run this in mono and just give up on my life. Yeah, no, it's not a good frequency. One of the best parts about designing a pedal board is that everything sounds awful as you make it. It's really bad. Nope, we still have it. Okay, so it's either from here, here. I doubt it's from here. And that's exactly where it's from. It's from the one I said I doubt that it's from. Where are we running that power out of? Okay, all right. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, it hurts me a lot, but we're just not going to use that pedal, unfortunately. It's just like not. I love that pedal, but it is not worth the troubleshooting on a stream to get it to sound decent, unfortunately. So let's plug these cables back in. Well, let's actually wait a second until I get everything all replugged up so I don't hurt anybody, I don't blow anyone's ears out when I'm doing all this stuff. Okay. Well, $30 someone's gonna come in and be like, oh, well, it's because you're running cables like side by side. And I'm gonna just absolutely start screaming and frothing at the mouth. Let's see. Any luck? Hey! It's so loud. Holy God. Let's not clip the input, shall we? Let's bring that down to like a 2. Yeah. So I should be getting stereo now. All right, let's get some sounds out of this puppy. Ugh, my back hurts. I'm an old man. Okay. Let's go to the Vox. Sound down a bit. I'm gonna add a little bit more mids, a little less bass, and a little more treble, and let's do a matched cab with it. That's nice. Okay, cool. Let's get a cool pattern delay. Let's do a pattern delay. Let's not do that. Let's do a reverse delay. A little filtering, a little bit of grit, a little bit of modulation. And let's make it a little bit of a longer delay. So that's nice. Okay. And then let's do that with a kind of traditional longer tape delay. And let's keep the warbliness up like way too high. And let's do like a... Yes, absolutely, I will. Do you follow me on Instagram? It's at the Benji Boy. I think it's the .benji.boy. So THE.BENJI.BOI. Or also Twitter. I think it's just the Benji Boy, and you can just at me there. Boy is always spelled with a BOI. Yeah, send me that. I'd love to rate your pedal board. Speaking of, you said shoegaze, and now I'm thinking, and I could leave this pedal off the board because there's a lot more room left on the board than I thought. I could bring this guy out. This is like my favorite fuzz, and it's also got a great trem. So you know what? Let's give myself that option. But I like that. I mean, like, that is... like, that's like the super, like, snarly, nasty, but still kind of slicey, clean sound that I really go for a lot. So... pretty neat. What happens if I unplug this? Okay, cool. I'm not getting a lot of fizziness. That's nice. Okay, so let's move these over just a tidbit. This is gonna get really crowded. I have no idea actually how I'm going to fit this in the way that like makes sense. I could put the compressor up at the top, then put this down here, because this thing's got to go first anyways. Yeah, let's do that. That'll probably be fine. Ignore the fact that I'm not turning off my board. I know I should turn off my board. I guess today could be the day I will die. So. But yeah, let me know if and when you've DM'd me that pedal board, because I would love to see it. I'm a big fan of just everybody's approaches to these things, you know, especially having been in gazy bands. It's nice to, you know, I don't know, I'm always just curious, especially like for those people who don't have the sick. Shit, I think I need to download Instagram on my iPad like an old man. Ugh. That's a little full. It's kind of leaning off the edge. I'll clean up this board later. I'll clean up the board for sure. But I just don't, I just don't have that. I'm not going to do that on stream. Nobody wants to see that. Damn. It is. Has anybody ever used Instagram on an iPad? Because it just is this. It's just your Instagram feed, but like just on an iPad. Like, that's so bad. Let me go to my message requests. There we go. All right. Ooh, we got a Jag. Oh my God. Oh, this is a sick board. Oh, wait, is that the Death by Audio reverb, and you have the oh my God. This board is amazing. This is not a roast board. I mean, this is a what's that page that is on Twitter? That's my favorite. Could have bought. It's what's it called? It is a good it's a good, I can't find it, but it's like could have bought like a used 2006 like whatever like Cadillac, or not Cadillac, but it's like a used 2006 Honda Civic or something like that. But I love that. I love the Ditto X4 on the ground. That's great. I wish I had like this on my computer so I could like screen share, but like my desk is a mess and I wouldn't be able to do it. But yeah, so it looks like, God, I can't even recognize some of these pedals, which is like amazing for me. Could have bought a used Toyota. That's what it is. Thank you, Timer. Oh, you have the Cooper Effects generation loss? Man, your wallet hates you. You have the Fig Fum. That's like one of my... I've never actually played one, but like every sound demo is like, that's like my favorite Big Muff. And oh my God, like I don't even know what that is, but it looks great. It's got like 16 switches. Yeah, or not switches, like dials or knobs. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm going to ask you to type it out in the chat so I can look up all of these pedals that I don't know. Because there's so many that I can't even recognize from the photo, but they're like, oh, it's so good. I love that. That's great. That's so cool. All right, let's try to plug in this. Let's see if it was the cable that was bad or if it was actually the pedal that just needs different power situation. Let's plug her in. All right. No, it looks like we're fine. No power. I mean, like, look, I'm not going to make you type it out. But if you don't, I will DM you and ask for you to type it out. Cause that's a sick board, and I want to look up some of those pedals that I don't know. This is even uglier than when it started. I just want to appreciate that. It is so bad right now, but you know what? We're gonna live with it. Where is my audio? You know, plugging in my compressor to the output would have been a smart idea before I said let's play, but you do live and learn. Oh, that thing's massive. Let's get it on like a really like 2 gauge. Let me turn off all these delays first. That's the more bass button. That's what I like about this pedal is it can be super gazy, but it's also like just kind of like a great fuzz, so you can do dad rock with it and just like... This makes me want the Wada pedal. I can't remember what it's called, but Earthquaker Devices just put it out, the one with Wada from Boris, and like I'm just like, because this is like just a big meaty fuzz, and like I love a big meaty fuzz. Can't remember all these modes. Oop. That's nice. So that's definitely the most compressed, super fuzzy, super fizzy, kind of muffy. Like... me just record a loop, and I'll just start figuring out sounds on top of it. So. I forgot I have the loop level lower than everything else by a substantial amount. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm just gonna look up everything. Half of these things, I'm like, I don't even know. And like, I'm like into pedals. So like, wow. Like, I'm so ready to just dive that. But yeah, this Strymon drive is like just a miracle of a pedal. I can't see what Timir wrote for something, but I'm sure it was funny. I'm sure it was funny. But Yeah, this is this sunset is like insane. I mean, like it's where's my, there it is. Just so that's just like my clean sound right there. It's like kind of a flabby, kind of not great clean sound. And part of that's because I'm not using a pick, because I have a pick somewhere. I forgot. Oh, there it is. The dog chewed on it, so it's gonna sound weird, but so that's already like a pretty dang good like voxy sound, but just throwing in like a good drive. And when you get to like the Marshall sounds, it's just just like a good, and that's just one side of the drive, so you can set it up. I usually have it set up for like a boost and a distortion, so like just a trep, so that's just a little bit of a boost, and then I'll find some like just really, let's do a little bit more treble, a little bit less. Let's keep everything just kind of at noon there and just. That's so, I mean, like, just like, that's just like a good dirty sound. Like, that's just a good classic dirty sound. Not what you think of when you think of like a Strymon thing. And then it can, this hard clipping is like too scooped and fizzy for me. But like. It's just like a good, like, gross drive. And then like running this little bit of a germanium style thing with the fuzz going into it. I mean, that's like a Jack White. And I just got copyright struck. But, you know, like, there's a lot. I mean, that's, like, not even half of what this pedal does. That's great. This is going to be a fun board to play with. I will need to make it look prettier than it does now, because it's giving me, like, heartburn looking at it, but I've got the day off tomorrow, so I can do that. So I'll have some fun. I'll do some more ambient stuff, and then I'll finish for the day, because you know, I should probably spend time with the girlfriend. Maybe sometime this week. But for now, I'm just going to close out with a little bit of this, with some really long ambient pad stuff. I'm going to sit in the chair so that I can actually use the volume pedal. So, if I forget to say it at the end, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Oh, I'll keep that focused on the guitar. Oh, cool, you get to see my little sling that I have for my AirPods. It's just, I don't know why I did that, but yeah, let's make some, music. Thanks again to everybody who came to this chaotic mess of a stream. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe I'll stream again tomorrow after I get this board a little better built, or maybe I won't, because maybe I'll decide to solder everything. We'll see. Regardless, I'm glad. I'm super thankful to everybody who showed up. It was a really fun stream. And I hope you have a great day. I don't know why I'm going ASMR. Maybe it's because I really like this microphone and I like getting really up close to it. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I can't do that. I hope everyone has a wonderful day.